is I am thinking of taking a break for a couple of days. I have been kind of feeling out of it. I haven't really been feeling too great. Um, it's not really out of the normal for me not to be feeling well, but this past weekend it has been a little bit more on me. So I kind of think I want to take a break for a little bit. As y'all can probably tell right now, I'm kind of got the bags under my eyes. And I don't know if y'all can tell that either, but see how my eyes are super dilated too? I haven't even taken my meds yet either, by the way, but y'all see how dilated my eyeballs are? Because if it were to be someone else, they would ask me what I'm on because my pupils are huge. I'm not, by the way, just so y'all know. But see, y'all can probably tell a little bit more, but I don't know how well y'all can tell or not, but there's only like a little bit of color that goes around, but mostly all you see is pupils. So I don't really think that has anything to do with anything. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm just tripping. Who knows? I don't even know if y'all can see the cold chills on my arms either. But y'all remember seeing those little puddles under my arms of me sweating? That's how it's acting right now, and I got chills. I'm not hot at all. At least I don't feel like I'm hot, but I guess my body does or something. I don't know. It could be the fact of my blood pressure getting up or something like that. It could be due to stress.
It's probably because we ain't getting the smoke.
It could be because we don't have any smoke. It could be different things. So I can't necessarily blame my medication or blame a certain thing because we don't really know. Well, thank you. Well, like right now, I'm checking my blood pressure. And by the way, guys, I honestly don't think these are 100% accurate, but I think they're made to at least be close enough to accurate. I'm not sure if I'm wrong, please correct me, but I think they are. I think so. Like right now, it is high for me. It is 149/88. My normal is anywhere from, let's see, 118/70 something to 125/80 something. And the 125 is kind of pushing it for me, but it's kind of in the middle. But the 140 something is quite a bit high. That's almost like twice the normal. So that kind of worries me slightly. This could be inaccurate. I don't know that. But I think they're supposed to be made to be close to it. Seeking a statement-making performance tonight, Javon Wynn and Antonio Arroyo. I use the B2 watch. I mean, it doesn't really have anything. It's got where you can check like the messages on here. Yeah, it's just a generic version, pretty much. It's got the step counter, heart rate monitor, blood pressure monitor. It also has a thing to read your blood oxygen. It tracks your sleep on here. Also has training messages. That's about it pretty much. I can receive like notifications from my Facebook and from certain things, but it doesn't let me reply to it on here pretty much. But I can see it come up on my watch.
There's still a few things Americans agree on. The importance of speed, hard work, great outdoors. So we built a future for each of them. We electrified
And I don't know how long the not going live is going to work. I may say this right now and jump back on live this evening or tomorrow. Who knows? It really just depends on how I'm feeling, but I did want to get on here and not leave everybody wondering for those of you that actually do watch me. Because it could be up to like a day to up to a week maybe. I honestly don't think it's going to be no more than that. I don't think so. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, I could jump on here later on. Depends how I'm feeling. Kind of a bit late to take my morning meds, so I kind of have to skip those. No, ladies and gentlemen, you're not supposed to do that, but since it's getting so close to my night dose, it's best to go ahead and skip that dose, because what you don't want is to take your morning med and then like an hour later take your night med, because then you're doubling everything up pretty much and it can mess you up. Because right now I'm on 750 milligrams of Depakote in the morning and at night, so that would be like 1,400 something. 1,500 milligrams, so that would be way too much for me, I believe. 25 milligrams of something else, so like 50 milligrams. And then there's 10 milligrams, only 20 milligrams, but still for my body, it would be a lot for me to handle, because for some reason my body does that with certain medications. It'll either agree with it, or a lot of times it will disagree with it until it gets used to it. Because my body's like, oh, we're not used to taking this medication. What are you doing here? Get out of here. Like, which is what happened with Dilantin. It worked for a good minute, kind of, except my levels were constantly dropping because it was coming out through my sweat. It sounds crazy, but it was coming out through my sweat. So I was losing more of my medication than I was actually taking. And I was on like 300 milligrams of that.
Once someone experiences our XHMT heat and massage chair,
I have tried Keppra,
but don't worry.
And I'll tell you what, that Keppra rage is real. I had it for sure. I mean, a lot of y'all that already know me know I can be pretty grouchy already, but on Keppra, I was a little bit too much. I was out there. I stayed angry like all the time. Excuse me, guys. And it kind of made me a robot to where I was alive and walking around, but I personally was not there. And that's actually when me and Matt met. My old man, for those that don't know who Matt is, James.
Officially 194 pounds. In 12 professional fights, his record stands at 9 victories with 3 defeats. Fighting against Brazil. Here is Antonio.
Oh, gotcha. Forgot.
And across the octagon, his opponent fighting into the red corner. He's a wrestler standing 5 feet 6 inches
Yeah,
tall.
true.
Official weight 194 and 1/2 pounds. And 8 professional
let's see, what was I talking about?
With 2 defeats.
I was talking about my love. Oh, yeah. Because that's actually when me and him first met, and I honestly don't know why he decided to choose me, but I'm very grateful and very lucky that he did because I was close to dying, you guys. I was on the verge. Everybody had already told my mother to start preparing. And that was the hospital telling them that, not just a family member is like, oh, you need to prepare for her to die. She ain't gonna make it. No, these were the actual doctors telling my mother she needs to prepare for her daughter to die because they don't see me making it that much longer. So, because honestly, guys, I had given up. I've given up on everything. I was tired physically and mentally. Nobody knew how to deal with them. It was new to my family too, so they didn't really know how to deal with them. They did the best they could, but they didn't really understand it either. The place where I was living at, it was not a great living situation for me. Not that it was terrible, just the community where we were living is just a terrible place to live at. The doctors had gotten to a point they didn't know what to do with me anymore, so they just got rid of me pretty much. Kind of, sort of, for the most part. I mean, I don't feel like I did the other night, obviously, but I still kind of feel a little bit off, but not terrible, because I'm sitting here talking to you guys, but that's why I'm mentioning I may or may not be on here for a couple of days. I will still try to, you guys, for sure, 100%, because it usually helps change my brain for my PNES episode. But I have also been having more epileptic episodes this weekend, which have been leading to my PNES episode. We are running out of the Mary Jane's Dragon Drops tincture, so also out of, out of the other medication, so a little bit worried there, but we're gonna make it like we always do. It'll be fine. A friend of the sorry guys, that did not come out how I wanted it to. A friend of the family had mentioned to go ahead and set up an appointment for Emory. For those that don't know, that is in Middle Georgia. And supposedly, I've heard they're supposed to be some of the best doctors here in Georgia. I don't know that. I've never been to them at all. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I have read that they also deal with like your nerves. They also deal with like Parkinson's. They also deal with stroke symptoms and stuff like that. It's not just dealing with epilepsy, but everything about your brain and anything dealing with your nerves or connecting to your brain pretty much is what they deal with. So I thought that was pretty cool. I haven't scheduled my appointment yet. I'll be doing that tomorrow, hopefully, if I can get a hold of them. We do have to remember this is Christmas week, and also COVID has still been going around, so I don't know how fast I'll be able to get in or what. It may be like 3 months away before I can even get in there. I'm hoping not, but we'll have to see how that goes. But a friend of the family said that she could possibly take me, or her brother could, since he lives here in Chattanooga nearby. So she told me to go ahead and make the appointment. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll do that on Monday, which I forgot to today. I woke up a little bit late, so I'll have to do it tomorrow. and then message her and let her know what's up. And then pretty much we'll just go from there and see what happens. Because I'm about to lose my neurologist here in January, and the way I've been feeling, I don't think that's a good idea right now. Like I said, once again, I am here talking to you guys. I'm looking at the camera. I'm not being all weird right now. So I'm aware. I'm here. I'm not feeling that terrible. But I have been feeling pretty rough.
That ain't gonna help. Ground stems and tobacco.
It'll be alright though. It's better than nothing, honestly.
Just smoking.
Yeah, because, man, I know it doesn't help some people, or y'all say it doesn't. Or maybe it doesn't. But for me, it works wonders, and it has been what has been keeping me out of the hospital, honestly. And I'm pretty grateful for that. And if it wasn't for Mary Jane and her dragon drops, then I would most definitely probably be in the hospital. Like the other night it was pretty rough. Not the roughest that I've been through, but the roughest one in quite a while. And for those of us who have seizures, excuse me, and we haven't had one in like quite a few months, or even like over a year and stuff like that, it can be pretty painful because your body it hasn't done that in a while. So it can feel like you just ran a mile down the road without stopping. And then you're just like, geez, I feel like I'm out of breath. Why am I out of breath? I'm laying on the couch. That's weird. Oh, my legs, they feel so tired, but I feel like I've got to move them around constantly. Just what is going on? And then once your muscles start contracting and stuff like that, that kind of hurts too, because I haven't had any in like almost 3 months. So it's like, oh, that's, it's not a different feeling. It's just, oh, I haven't experienced that in a while. That kind of sucks. I did hear someone mention, I think it was like yesterday or something on my Facebook, that someone said you do know it is dangerous for you not to have a neurologist going through your condition. I 100% agree with you. And I have not given up at all. I'm still looking, I'm still searching. He's just not understanding what I need. He based my diagnosis on one test, and I'm not okay with that. Sure, he did not capture any activity then, but it has been captured before. So we know it's there. The only thing is being patient and finding it. But the only thing they do is just the EEG. And those of us with epilepsy and even with seizures, we already know they have more tests than just the EEG. They just don't want to do it. And I don't understand, like the stereo EEG, they could have done that already, could have just been simple, put it in, it could have captured deeper in my brain, and we probably could have figured this out by now. But every time I mention it now, it's just like, what are you talking about? You've already had an EEG. And then they just look at me like I'm silly, like, what are you talking about? Or do you not do it here? I mean, if that's not the case, let me know. Do you not know what a stereo EEG is? I thought you were supposed to. You're a neurologist. And I do understand some neurologists do not do that, which is that may be the case. Maybe they don't, and that's their way of saying they don't. But I am aware that I need to stay with a neurologist until things are actually under control. But right now, that is kind of out of my hands because we have COVID still going around. They are talking about making masks and stuff mandate or something. They're starting to have issues with it. But all this other stuff is still going on in the world. So honestly, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get back in to see one. I didn't agree with him doing just one test and dismissing me like that. I kind of felt like he really honestly didn't care. I mean, I'm sure he's got more important things to deal with. And at that time, I was not having epileptic episodes. Sure, you're right. Okay, cool. Well, if I have another problem, then maybe we should come back in and try a different test or something. But nope, instead, he says January, basically, I'm out of his hands. So.
Love you all. Thank you all. Stay safe.
And my first neurologist that I've ever gotten, you guys, in Noonan, she had almost figured everything out in just 1 week.
Sophia's coming.
Okay, cool. But she had almost figured everything out in just 1 week of me seeing her. But we moved up here to get away from all that stuff. But it's kind of like what I'm talking about, guys. Because it's actually chilly in here. I am chilly. That's why I'm covered up in this blanket. But then I'll get these cold chills. And I don't know. And I don't really like have a fever. My temperature does go up when this happens. But not a lot. It only goes up to like maybe 99 or 99.1 or something like that. Not too terrible. But that is what concerns me because my new medication raises my blood pressure and it also brings my body heat up. And I am prone to passing out, as I have learned. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. I had actually passed out on our living room floor, knocking over our TV. And then I landed on the TV weird. I don't know. I woke up and like, I don't know. I was all weird. Like the front of the TV, like it had landed face up, kind of. And I landed on my back, like dead middle of my back, like on top of the flat screen TV. And I don't know why. I mean, like, I remember saying that I kind of felt a little bit weird, which is kind of like I do now. I get a sense of feeling something different. And I'm like, oh wow, I feel weird. And I guess that's what some people call an aura, which is basically like before a seizure happens, is like a sense or feeling that you get before having a seizure. And you can even have an aura and not have a seizure. Yeah, you guys, it's still going up. It's 152 over 90 now. And look at that. Y'all can even see my cold chills now. Y'all can see my hair on my arms risen up. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but Facebook, y'all should see it pretty well.
doesn't let Julio scramble back to his feet there.
Oh, no, it's 148 over 95. So it's down a little bit. So it's good it's not 150, but it's still raising, so that concerns me.
But Julio seems to be a little bit more tired at this point. I agree. I mean, both guys take it.
I mean, I guess I maybe could take my meds right now because, let's see, I think you're supposed to take them like 8 hours apart or so, is when it's okay to take them again. So it's like 5 o'clock now, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So yeah, about like probably a little bit later than normally take them because I try to take them early. So I take them like usually as soon as we get up so it has time to get in my system. But this morning it has not had time to get in my system. Oh, sorry guys. And that is something that just started recently with my seizures as well, is I'll start talking and my voice kind of breaks up. I don't know, does that happen with anybody else, or am I just tripping? Because I notice, like, I'll start talking and then all of a sudden it kind of gets raspy and I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of talking like really low or something like that. And no, before y'all ask, I'm not sick. I'm not sick. No fevers, no sickness, no none of that stuff. The only thing that's been bothering me is my seizures. They've kind of been out of control the last couple of days, but we've been able to keep it kind of leveled for now. If our medication doesn't come in by Christmas, like they say, may cause some issues for me, but it's nobody's fault here, so there's nothing that we can do about it.
It's no one's fault.
Yeah, it's no one's fault. It's near Christmas, for like in the week of Christmas, actually. Honestly, it should have been done a little bit sooner, but I'm not complaining about nobody or nothing. So don't say nothing. I'm not even going to say what it is. I'm pretty sure some of you know, but you know. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I don't know if y'all can see it again. Yeah, I know it's probably gross, you guys, but it's part of what's happening. So I'm showing you guys. That right there is not part of my stripe. So you know. That right there is from me sweating. This right here, that is cold chills. That's my hair on my arm standing up. Y'all can probably see that a little bit better now. But I even got my hair standing up and I'm cold. I'm not hot. I've already checked. I don't have a fever. My body temperature does go up a little bit, but it's not a fever. So I don't know what's going on there.
Las Vegas UFC Fight Night is presented look at the Legion Stadium in Las Vegas for the Chargers took down the Raiders in overtime the other night.
I will talk to y'all a few more minutes and finish doing my smoking like always. And I'm going to go ahead and take my medicine after this too. And also a few drops to see if that don't help me feel a little bit better. Because I am noticing my voice keeps kind of in and out a little bit and I'm kind of drifting. And also we do have a friend coming over to come and hang out, and I don't want to be rude and over here talking to you guys and not talking to her. because she did make me understand that, you know, it did kind of hurt her feelings and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and we'll cut this one short. If I'm feeling better later on tonight, then I'll get back on here. If not, yeah, please be patient with me. I will be back. I can't give y'all no promises that I will be back tonight or tomorrow or whenever, but it will be sometime this week. I can promise y'all that. I don't know when this week. It may even be this weekend. I don't know. Even like I said earlier, it even could be this evening or tomorrow. It honestly depends on how I feel. Right now, how I'm feeling, probably not. We'll have to see. But you see how my pupils are even bigger now? There is almost no color to my eyeball now. I don't know how well y'all can see it or not, but there's barely any color to my eye left. I mean, besides the white part of my eye, obviously, but I mean the actual color in my eyeball.
What you're made of, we're made for. First rule of special ops. Be aware of your surroundings.
Oh, and also, you guys, for those of you with conversion disorder, and even those with epilepsy, sorry, I'm kind of drooling. Even those with epilepsy, the deep breathing techniques have kind of helped me. Of course, not when you're like in a seizure, because you don't have control over that. But sometimes, like if you have an aura, if you do the deep breathing technique, it has helped me pretty well to where I can kind of calm it down. And even to where it can like limit to where I don't have as many. It can be relaxing and settle the stress, kind of. Obviously, not all of it, but some of it. It may not be helpful for everyone, of course. Not everyone has auras either. So,
no problem. Temperature balance. Couples can sleep better together.
But that is going to be it for this evening, you guys. Or right now. I can't really say this evening because it hasn't really gotten to that time yet. It's not the end of the day. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, go take my meds so I can get in my system and hopefully start feeling better. Alright. I gotta get my mouth to work. Alright. Sorry guys, I kind of froze up on you up there.
Hi, Hunter Ellis here for Night Hero Binoculars.